What's up? We got The Flash, Season 1, Episode 3, Things You Can't Outrun. So this episode starts off with where we see a crime family of all people we see a crime family of all people, and the guy and the dad and the guy's the uncle's like, cousin, you cannot, that glass is bulletproof. Nothing can get out. So then we see this creepy guy. They always get actors with bald heads and creepy, who breaks the key, locking these guys inside as he gasses all of them and killing all. And the cousin tries to blast the glass, but I'm like, dude, did you hear your uncle? The glass is bulletproof. So then we get the, my brain is losing the train of thought to review this episode. That's what happens every time I review this show. It just loses the train of thought. Yeah, so then we see Joe, and he's talking to Barry about how they will prove that his father's innocent, and then A comes in saying, "Hey Joe, hey Barry, there's been a homicide." So Barry's like, "Hey, there's only one people we can take this to. Star Labs, where they're talking about how the gas works." And Barry's like, they really get excited about this stuff. And he's like, hey, there's been two guys already dead, and the cops can't take this. So if we're planning not to execute all these guys every time we see a meta, we need a place to hold them. And then Cisco's like, there's only one place that could hold them. And Caitlin's like, no, that place is carted off. And Barry's like, what place? What could? And Doc Walls is like, the particle accelerator. So then we get flashback to 9 months when the particle accelerator active. We meet Ronnie, Caitlin's dead fiance, played by Robbie Amell, Stephen Amell, who played Oliver Queen, cousin. Yeah, Robbie Amell and Stephen Amell are related, and it's Robbie is Stephen's cousin. I always thought it was his brother, but he revealed that it was actually his cousin. So, but when they, yeah. So yeah. So Barry decides to go help Caitlin discover this and help Caitlin discover this, and then we bring weird that they call him Director Singh in the backdoor pilot in Arrow, but now they're calling him Captain. Don't know why they didn't. Why'd they call him Director Singh to begin with? If they changed it when the show actually aired. That's a little weird. So, yeah. But then we see Caitlin new. So then we see, he's like, and she's like, she's Caitlin. She's Barry's physician or something. And she, Barry discovered that the gas is, so, yeah. So then we see that guy. So then we see the guy from the opening, and he attacks this judge. And she's like, he's like, hello, Dr. Howard. And she's like, you died Judge Howard, and she's like, he died, and he's like, you say that you say that like it's a bad thing, and he's like, and he's like, what'd you say? He said, he tells her that what she told him, to have God have mercy on your soul, and kills her, and Barry confronts him saying, okay, yeah, there's a little joke where they're like the North Wing, and he's like, where's the North Wing? And then Wells is like, that's the place with the big, that's the one with the mall's North Wing. It's the one with the big belly burger. And Cisco's like, and Wells is like, he eats. Yeah, Big Belly Burger is just a reference on this show. It was a whole place on Arrow, but when they got rid of Carly, they got rid of the Big Belly Burger as a whole. That is just now a reference on that show. So, yeah. So, yeah. So he's like, what? So he's like, hey, run along, Flash. He has one more person he needs to attack before. So, yeah, but Barry doesn't listen, tries to attack him, and then Barry inhales his gas. Yeah, he inhales his gas. So then Kalen's able to put an injector in him that gets all the gas out. So he goes to Joe and he's like, hey, he's gonna go in. He's gonna go in and rescue his dad from prison, and then Joe's gonna be like, then what? If you do this, Barry, your dad's gonna be on the run for the rest of his life. Yeah, Barry, you just gotta wait. So Joe goes to, so they learn that the lead detective so we learned that we learned that the man's named Kyle Nimbus. He worked for the Timberlake crime family, the guy the people they killed in the beginning, and they turned on him, and they turned on him, and he got sentenced, and Judge Howard sentenced him to death, and he was breathing, and Wells suspects that he was in the gas chamber when the accelerator went off. So, yeah, so then they learned, so he's like, hey, look at we learned that Joe was the lead detective on the case. So Joe is going to visit Henry Allen, saying about Barry's dad, but Nimbus gets attacked, and Barry's able to use the antidote on Joe, and is able to run so fast. He's able to run so much. He's able to defeat Nimbus. Then Barry goes to see Joe in the hospital. He knew about Iris and Eddie, and he says, and so she's like, you're not mad, and he's like, no, yeah, he's mad, but if his gun was out, if the hospital had confiscated his gun, they'd be having a different conversation. I do not want to know what Joe would have done if he had his gun. Yeah. So, yeah. Then we flash that. So Caitlin also mentioned that Ronnie said that they were like fire and ice or something. So So, yeah. So then we start a flashback where we have Will knowing that Barry he goes into that secret room that we saw him in the first or second episode, and we now know that he knew Barry was he watches a video of Barry being struck by lightning saying, "See you soon, Barry." So he knew that Barry was gonna be struck by lightning. Well, I don't know. There's something up with this guy. He seems so suspicious. But yeah, he seems so suspicious. Like, I've not seen anyone more suspicious than Dr. Will. But anyway, that was it for this video. I'll see you next time when we review more of The Flash. Zoom.